Asian is beautiful. Asian is powerful. Asian is soft. Asian is hard. Asian is hardworking. Asian is community. Asian is family. Asian is human. Asian is love. Stop Asian hate. Protect Asian lives. My name is Lyle Chan. My full name is Carlisle Chan. My ethnic identity is Chinese from the Philippines, but I'm Canadian. And I sexual identify as gay or queer. What does it feel like to be me? Sometimes it feels overwhelming or exhausting or like insecure, but for the most part, it feels great to be me. It's actually taken a long time to feel good in my own skin, but I'm happy and I actually am like really grateful to be who I am. I admire my activism for the Asian community and the queer community. My voice, I admire my ability to connect with people on a more human and a deeper level. How do I show love to myself? I mean, saying no when you just don't feel 100%, letting go of what doesn't serve you anymore. Friendships, relationships. We think of boundaries as something so big and like so selfish. Like asking them what you want for yourself, you know? Well, before I would find community and belonging in the gay scene at this bar, and I still do, but I think I'd bring it more so towards a queer community. So queer is all encompassing. Sometimes I feel like the gay scene is slightly judgmental, more restrictive, or a little bit more exclusive rather than inclusive. So I'd say the queer community. That involves our non-binary, trans, lesbian, intersex, two-spirit. I mean, like it's not just about gay men. Yeah. Also, I find community in the Asian community. I'm Asian. What's one important thing I want to say to everyone? What happened in Atlanta is heartbreaking. I want us to lean into our power, lean into our humanity, and lean into our love. This doesn't make us weak, but it makes us stronger. And I'm glad this conversation is coming to the forefront. And I do want to say your insecurities or the things that make you feel weird or incapable or not good enough, if you accept them and you love them, then those insecurities become your power and no one can take that away from you. So, yeah. Cheers.
Thank you, Lyle.
Thanks.
My name is Joshua Onkal. My pronouns are he, him, they. I am 27 and I'm Filipinx queer immigrant.
What does it feel like to be you?
It feels good. Generally good.
Like, if you met Josh, how would you describe him?
Oh, that's a good question. I'd say Josh is really funny, at the same time really serious. He's really sensitive. He likes to take it slow, but his mind's really fast, so it's kind of like hard to balance. He's really like passionate. What's it mean to be human? He's either burdened or inspired by that question every day, every second. Josh's greatest strength is that he is stubborn, wants things a certain way. He's a really good dancer, really good at like initiating the movements from his feelings, and I guess he's really good at expressing his feelings because of that. Show love. I also like talk to myself a lot and tell myself like, hey, you're reminding myself how awesome I am.
How do you show love to others?
Give space, really take the time to listen, words of affirmation and like touch, being like accepting others as they are. And community for me is like rooted, grounded, and respectful to each of our unique cultures, and everybody's held and like listened and respected. But I also really hate cancel culture. Like how are people supposed to heal and transform from their mistakes? People have to engage. Everybody deserves to learn. Everybody deserves to change.
Exactly.
Yeah. I feel like being queer and Asian is I feel like I have to placate to like model minority a lot as an Asian person, and then as a queer person, I have to like placate to like straightness a lot. I feel like I stuck between those two worlds. The more you accept your queerness, it's like the more like beautifully unique the world could be. I feel like I just have to I feel like there's stories put on me that I've been placating to. Yeah, it's like the first time I came out, it was more like, okay, the popular thing was to come out. Like, okay, like I have to come out. Like, I have to come up and I'll finally accept myself. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. Like, immigrant, like POC coming out. Like, you better be prepared to move out at least. My mom and dad didn't accept me for like 3 years. There's so much repercussions to that. I say believe in magic. Like, there's things that are not explainable, and yeah, like it's good to just like leave room for magic. Why live life that you already know? Like, there's so much mystery and wonder.
Hi, I'm Ricky. I'm a Chinese Canadian, and I identify as a gay man. I do have this character, consort Magenta Kui Fei Chan. Like old pageant drag names. They're usually very long because they're in like a million different houses. What's it like to be queer and Asian? Honestly, I haven't really put much thought into that. Like, I'm usually only around other queer Asians, so I've never felt alienated. I felt alienated in spaces that, are majority like white or straight. The people that I hang around with are mostly queer and Asian, so I don't really feel very left out. It feels like kind of like a push and pull in a way, because I do have very traditional parents. They believe marriage is between a man and a woman and all of that. I don't know, I do feel this sense of wanting to be freed sometimes. So yeah, there's like a kind of a disconnect between my like Chinese identity and my queer identity. I think the first place that I genuinely found community and belonging is through the organization Van Vogue Jam. Basically, it's the ballroom community in Vancouver. The ballroom community was started by Black and Latinx people, specifically trans and gay people in the 70s and 80s. As a response towards like just racist environments in like the other drag balls that they've gone to. We just happen to have a scene in Vancouver. It's still really small, but I think that's where I finally found my place. A lot of queer Asians in that community and just like all types of people that I never thought I'd meet in my life. Yeah. What do I admire most about myself? My like creative mind. I say that it gets me through a lot of things. It's what I turn to when I'm feeling like down. How do I show love to myself and to others? If I'm myself with my friends and I'm enjoying their company and they're enjoying my company, I guess that's enough love right there. I don't know, I feel like my life just kind of cycles through like periods of, okay, I just need to get through this, One-liner. I don't know. It could always be worse. No, that's a really bad one. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I think, nah. I don't know. I couldn't answer that.
Okay, good. Thank you.